Hi guys, this video is going to cover how to make classes and assign assignments to students through WeVideo. So this is only necessary if you are going to have your students do projects that are video based. The first thing you're going to want to do is come up here where right now I'm in the free version, so I have an admin tab, but during the school year, once we have the paid version, it's going to say groups. And it'll be this button right here. It's going to be right here on the admin tab. So if I click groups, you can see I already have 3 classes or groups. If I want to add a new class, I can come down, and it's behind me, but there is a blue plus sign that I can click to add a class or a group. I can also just right click in the gray space and create a group. So from here, I can name my group. I can also search for students. So if you have young students, this might be the most effective way to add them to your group or your class. You could scroll through, but it's going to have all of the students in the whole district. So the best way is going to be to search. If you have older students, what I would recommend is you create the group at this point. And then from the group page, if I double click, once you're in the group page, you have your code down here that you could share on Google Classroom or email to your students. I'm just going to copy this real quick, and we're going to go over to a student page so that you can see what it looks like from their side. If I come to Hermione, this is her dashboard, her main WeVideo page. And as she comes down on the left, she has a join group or class. She clicks that and enters her code and then joins. And now she's in that class. And if she comes up to projects and shared with me, it will have the assignments that have been sent to her right here. From this page, you have your regular tabs up here at the top that we covered in the main WeVideo tutorial. You also have the members page. So let me go back, and you can see a classroom that has students. From this page, you can in the members tab, you can see your students and yourself. You'll be in the list. You can also come to the projects, and then, so this is the only project or assignment that I have sent out to my students, which is just an introduce yourself assignment. You will also see exports. So for instance, this is the project that I sent out, and if I come to exports, this is the final copy of one of my students. So she finished her introduction and she published it. And now I can view it in my exports and grade it. So I just come in and I can double click. I can also send it to Google Classroom. I can edit it still. As a teacher, you have a lot of editing power over students' work. Change the thumbnail. I can add it to the district gallery, and I can also download it or delete it. So you have a lot of power over the students' videos even after they complete them. If I want to watch it, I click play. Now, if I want to see the students who haven't completed their work yet, I come back to projects and I double click on the project. And now here, Sans's is still here, the non-published version. And in there, I could go in there and offer comments. So if a student publishes something and you don't think it's their best work, you can still go into the non-published version of their video, add comments, and tell them, hey, you need to make these changes before you submit it, and then you need to republish. I also have Hermione's video because she hasn't published it yet. So it isn't available in exports, but it's still here as a draft and I can view it. So the nice thing here is, so I can start kind of going through and seeing. I can do any edits here that I would do with my own videos. So that's just a heads up. You can do stuff with your students' videos. Another option I have, let's say right here, I want her to use one of her own quotes or maybe a quote from the book that she is reading. I can add a marker by clicking this plus sign over here. I put in a title. And now right here, this add comment button appears, and I can put in a full note for them. So if they're doing this as a final project and you want them to give better support for an argument, or they only put in 2 details for a paragraph or scene and you want them to put in 3, you can just put that in here. Later, you can also edit or delete it. When you're done, you just click post. And now the student, when they come in, they'll see that little orange tab and they'll be able to click on it and read it. And they can also comment back to you through this service if you want them to. So now that we looked at how you access the students' videos and the projects and the exports, the way you assign the assignment is you come over on the left and you click Start a Group Project. From here, you put in your title and a description, which can be your directions. You then have two options down here since it's an assignment. The first one is collaborative. That works if you want your students to work in groups, because then they will all be able to access and edit the same video. If you want them, that would be like in Google Classroom if you share one document and everybody can edit it. If you want them to do their own assignment, click the Shared tab, and that is just like in Google Classroom. If you upload a worksheet and then click Everyone Gets Their Own Copy, that's what this does. Everyone gets their own copy of the project. They can edit it and you can edit it, but none of the other students can edit it. So let's say that's what I want. I want everyone to do this unit review video on their own. I click Next. Here is where you can upload your own media. So especially for younger students, if you want them to start with a specific template, or if you want them to have certain components in their video, you can click and upload any of your media that you have into that project that just kind of serves as a base to their assignment. And then when you're done, just click Finish. And now this is the project area for your students. It will be in the projects. Notice at the top it says Unit Review. If you want to, you can create your own video as well. I don't know if there's really a reason for that, but you can. But this is the page that they'll have. You also have a project URL at the bottom that you can share with students. So that's something you can put on Google Classroom as a way to let them know they have an assignment. You can edit your project down here, you can delete it, and you can add members to it. So, and that works just the same way that adding students to your group did. So now if I come to this group and I look at the projects, I have the unit review in here. And just like when we went into the Introduce Yourself at the beginning, the edits are going to be the drafts of your students' videos and you can go in and edit them. The exports will be the completed published videos. Project media will be anything that people have uploaded, and members will be the students that have that assignment.